Hey there, everyone. That sexy nerd is back again. And I'm going to be honest with you, I am still traumatized over the Mutant Massacre. I mean, let's call it what it is. In the comics, it was the Mutant Massacre, and that fact has not been more apparent than the last episode, man. Jeez. So many people died. I never thought. I mean, what is this show rated again? Is this show rated like TV 14? No. Is this G general audiences like the original show? Because if it is, we're back to the badassness of the 90s, aren't we? Huh? You know, it's that show was like that episode was like one of the greatest things I ever seen. Like I've even heard people say that it's the red wedding of the X-Men. You know, it's the red wedding. I mean, down to them saying that Ace of Base song, "Happy Nation," is technically now the new Reigns of Castamere. That's pretty freaking cool, honestly. And I mean, I'm really curious to see. I've been seeing some crazy stuff, by the way. I think after this episode, because I don't think Captain America is going to show up, but I saw a trailer showing that Captain America might show up in this show, and I'm like, after this episode, I'm going to be wearing like a freaking shirt every single time. Figured that Captain America will not show up in this episode because of the fact that it seems to be part two of Life Death by with Storm and Forge. So I don't know how much we're gonna do here, man, because like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with Storm and Forge? I know I sound a little disappointed, but because I'm really more interested in figuring out what happened with Rogue, Gambit, and everybody. But still, they set up some pretty interesting stuff with Storm, and I hope she gets her powers back. I really, really do. Um, because I never actually read the Life Death comic, and I don't exactly know how it ends. I've seen like cliff notes of it, but I haven't actually read it. That's why I know who the adversary is, because I think it was in the original story. Oh, and before we start the episode, I want to address something that might be a little controversial. I am seeing that a lot of fans are talking about how the X Men really aren't gay and this and that and the other, and I'm like, hmm. Like I'm like, first of all, like, and especially like any gay person would tell you is like, who the hell on the X Men team was ever straight? I mean, even Doug, again, how many times do I have to bring this up? Doug even said,
It's about gays. Look at what they're wearing.
and again, and nobody got pissed off then, but now everybody's like, oh, why is everybody being turned gay? I even had a commenter, thank you for commenting, by the way. I had a discussion with a guy who actually is gay, but he doesn't like how people are always being changed to fit a certain agenda. And I'm like, I don't necessarily see it that way. But at the same time, I think I can understand. Like, I think the solution really to do this is to like write them in alternate universes and then explore their stories directly. Because in my like, what bothers me about this whole thing is not that everybody's being turned gay, because like whatever, right? Like again, are you gonna be afraid that your favorite character, like Wolverine's gonna come in and give you the business, bub? And I'm not talking about with these. I mean, I wish I had the knife pop out of my fist. That was pretty good. But anyway, I don't like again. I don't agree with. I don't understand the anger about it, but I do. There is something about it that bothers me. I feel that it's lazy. I feel like it's lazy. If you're gonna change, I mean, if you're gonna introduce a gay character or make somebody else gay, why is it better to change a character? It feels lazy that you're just gonna change a character's sexual identity to make them more interesting. But I'm like, why don't you just make a new character that's gay, huh? Like, well, why don't you just do that instead? Why don't you just make an actual original character that is gay, huh? I remember it's like when they made North Star gay. I've never even seen North Star before, but I was like, yeah, like, I mean, it's kind of interesting to explore his characters. I mean, but still, I really wish that these people weren't so unimaginative and just write an actual gay superhero. Hmm? And again, I'm not gay in the slightest, but I also grew up with this show, and it taught me not to view people, view my fellow person as lesser. And that's what people don't seem to understand, especially MAGA, who is basically Friends of Humanity at this point. The Friends of Humanity at this point. I'll say it. I mean, yeah, I know people don't like it when I get political on this, but at the same time, I'm like, a lot of you are also X-Men fans. How could you hate someone that is different when you're fans of this show? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I feel like it's something that had to be said. But anyway, let's not talk about it anymore because this went out way too long. So please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And let's do this thing, y'all. Oh, I'm so excited! I'm still never skipping this intro. Oh! Nightcrawler's here! Yes! I've always wanted to see that. Nimrod? Oh, yeah. Gladiator. Oh, that was the Phoenix Saga. Ooh. Ooh, is Xavier gonna be in this episode? Yo! Oh, it's the Shi'ar Empire. Who are they fighting? Who are they fighting? Is this against Deathbird? Yeah. It's a Shi'ar. Oh, shit. Yeah, there is. Is Deathbird working for them?
Shi'ar fool! Surrender!
Oh, that's the Kree! That's the Kree! Holy shit! Deathbird.
Surrender? No, just perish.
No.
Stand free!
Oh!
This pigeon shall not thwart the will of the Supreme Intelligence!
Right. That's Ronan the Accuser. Ronan the Accuser. Yes! Wow. And he looks right this time. He doesn't look like some silly guy in blue makeup, but whatever. That's not the actor's fault. Oh, but yeah, you can't mess with the Shi'ar Empire.
Victory for the Imperial Guard!
The Kree. The Kree's trying to go up against Shi'ar. No.
True Kree bows to no one.
Oh! Gladiator fucked him up.
Thank you, Gladiator. Ronan, dear, tell me where the Supreme Intelligence has fled, or your forces shall suffer.
What are you doing? Is that
Say
Vulcan?
them, Ronan. All you need to do is...
A million pardons, Your Highness.
What?
You dare interrupt my glorious moment?
Oh, it's your sister, the Empress.
Oh, joy.
Uh-huh.
1 year ago, we offered the skills of our mighty healers to a Terran man on the verge of death.
I thought Deathbird doesn't work for Lilandra. I thought she hated her. This is awesome. And also, I just saw Vulcan, the other Summers kid. Oh, please go into his backstory. I beg you.
No ordinary Terran.
Is that Charles?
This man helped
Yeah!
clear the entire universe from the madness of my brother Deken. So I, Empress Lilandra, stand before this High Council and before you, my loyal people,
What are you
with
doing?
joyous news in times of war. For your Empress is to be married, and our empire shall welcome a new Emperor.
Who the hell is that?
Professor
Oh.
Charles Xavier.
I was like, what the hell is he wearing? go.
Far would my hopeless romantic see us go. Dare I assume a sandy beach on Earth itself?
Yes.
Perhaps an empress could even spend a portion of her time ruling the galaxy from my little corner of
He
it.
sounds
My
just like
handsome
him.
emperor has much to learn about masking his manipulations. You wish to return to your children, don't you?
Merely visit, see their faces.
Yet, families often mimic black holes. Visit and risk being stuck in its ever-spiraling vacuum of dramas.
Beautiful.
This is especially true with your students.
Didn't your brother nearly destroy the universe with the Emkron crystal?
Yep. Again.
You should message them. Use a hologlobe. Invite them to the wedding. Unless you fear they'll think you've abandoned them. You've earned a life of your own, Charles, and I need you. Once we crush the Kree, an educator such as you can teach them our ways.
You ever see that scene in House of the Dragon? I mean, are we gonna do this in a kid show? I mean, he doesn't even have a codpiece.
Play the role of the peacemaker.
Wasn't aware my X-Men and I were playing make-believe. Much like my legs in this armor's exoskeleton.
All ruling is make-believe. I pretend to be perfect, as my subjects would never love the woman beneath the armor. Not like you do. Never pretend with me.
Will you at least consider Earth?
I will. The virtue of a teacher lies in showing their students how to walk on their own.
True. But only if he is sure there are no more lessons he can teach them.
Wow. This damn owl.
He was trying to help me.
A tawdry romance of guilt and shame. How many have suffered his gifts? How many made... Leave him. Don't play martyr.
You will not break me.
But I can fix you. Forge made his bed. Let him die in it.
All lives deserve saving, even his.
You go for help, but there is no pill for my poison. Let him die. Look the other way. Watch. Get used to it. You're not an X-Man anymore. Where did that get you? Kissing the hand that beats you?
What? Oh, stop it! Stop it!
I do not fear death. I know. That's why you rush to play dead. You fear living. As you said to Jean, I have wondered what it would be like to be human. It is a tempting daydream.
I was so tired.
Is that why you fear your power? Sought refuge with this monotone family?
Enough! Let me out! Let me out!
Look at your family. Who you follow. I was wrong. Forge didn't rob your gifts. You had already renounced them.
I cannot breathe.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Turned your back on these paths long ago.
Lord of Chaos!
Thank you. What the hell is this thing?
Weaver of lies! Depart to the desert, demon! Depart!
Even Forge knew she was a liar. I'm like, you don't even like. Yeah, you're full of shit. Like, what exactly is your purpose? Are you trying to eat her, or I don't know? Just it's just to keep up the despair, right? It's like an abusive relationship. Like, yeah, you're a piece of shit, aren't you? Yes, I'm a piece of like. Oh, you're a lying bitch, you owl.
Perhaps your mother's book holds an answer.
She wrote about a cacti, the midnight chala. Grows in nearby caves. Doesn't need sunlight. Its aloe is powerful magic medicine. I can show you the way.
You are too weak. Tell me where to go.
I don't want to be alone.
Then we ride together.
Yeah.
My love.
Honestly, you take Forge with you, you save time if you find this thing. He's actually got a good point. You think about it. You run all the way down there and then you run all the way back. He could be dead. But if you bring him with you, You could probably save him in half the time. Woo! Genius.
The Empress Lilandra Niramani and her royal consort.
Your Majesty,
Assassination
I
attempt.
have known you since you were but a hatchling and wish only for your happiness. But given our war with the Kree, and how it's divided even we Shi'ar, is a royal wedding...
Gladiator and his guard fill my ears with news of coming victory.
Yes, but we have been trapped in so much change.
Rocky sugars his words, my sister.
What are you doing?
Your consort was born on the wrong side of the...
Heed my throne.
A throne that is bound to more than the whims of your heart.
Well, so now
A
she's
union with the
betraying
Terran would bind the Shi'ar into alliance with his inferior homeworld.
I respect you speaking the quiet part out loud, Deathbird. So let's speak plainly. Your Empress and I decide alliances, as well as which world we call home.
Chandalar is home. Our throne world.
Of course, Lord Chancellor. I nearly meant...
Spoke the quiet part out loud. Xavier would see his Milky Way Ghetto become our new throne world. For the sake of the Empire, I must invoke the right of Mdasha. Terran, the right requires...
A non-Shi'ar pass a test of loyalty in order to wed a royal. I finished that volume my second day here, Deathbird.
Not a mere test, Terran. A challenge of my own choosing.
Then...
You must renounce Earth and erase all memory of your life there.
Why?
Charles is a formidable psychic. His mind will not be easily scrubbed.
Luckily, we Shi'ar bow to a ruler of equal psychic power.
Oh, no.
Charles Xavier must purge all memories of Earth, and you, dear sister, must be the one to do it.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off, Deathbird. The hell is this bullshit?
The union of Shara and Kithri is at the core of our principles. To bind various cultures into one for the sake of galactic peace and harmony.
How Rudyard Kipling of you.
I do not know this Kipling. A Terran?
Yes.
Yes.
One possessed of many burdens, none real. Much like your myth, what is united if one half must be erased for the sake of the whole?
Idealism is also a sign of insanity.
Wow.
You know, I have a very old and very dear friend on Earth who would agree with you.
Wise for a Terran.
His name is Magnus, and I wish to remember him.
You've made your decision then.
Should just go home, man.
Forgive me.
Why remember? Why not let go? Start anew. If you refuse, they won't let us be together. Not unless I forfeit my throne, which is exactly Deathbird's design. Imagine the chaos that my sister would unleash across the galaxy as ruler. It would rival that of my mad brother.
If anything, she'd be
You
worse.
saved my life. Gave me a home, a new future. Your devotion is beyond measure. Perhaps it is time to show you mine.
Union forces stored weapons here during the Civil War. It was actually built during the Plains War decades earlier by colonists.
Those wars exterminated your people. Why let them build such a thing into the very foundations of your land?
And they said that they were here to help, sort of like how I came to you.
Lies. It's how they all get away with it.
Telling you to let me die? Oh, I'm so sorry, Aurora. For deceiving you. For drawing the adversary.
Hush. The demon was not your doing.
The evil owl that feeds on anger and self-loathing? Call me chum in the water.
Before I lost my gifts, I told a friend, my sister, that I often wondered about being human. I confessed this as if to console her. In a way, your machine failing is a blessing. I am better this way.
I always heard how the worst weapon used by the Europeans was not bullets or blankets, but a white lie that they could make.
Yes! That's what it is. That's true. It's still true today.
I know how you feel about tight spaces.
Oh, no. Oh.
Charles Xavier, do you stand in our circle to complete the rite of Mdasha? And do you renounce all memories of Earth, of your life there?
I do.
What?
And of your X-Men?
Yeah. No. No. It's
Xavier,
never...
do you renounce your X-Men?
No. He's never gonna do that.
How can we entrust our mighty empire, which has endured for eons, to a ruler descendant of simians? Have our blood mixed with his inferior freak fluids? Indeed, this Xavier is not even a pure Terran, a lower caste, a mutant. My sister, like my brother Deken, has gone mad. Renounce her before her lovesick lunacy destroys us all.
Sedition. Gladiator,
Arrest
sedition. This treacherous vulture, and any who dare to stand with her.
No, 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 no! Okay. I was about to say, get the fuck out of here. Still, Gladiator, yeah. Thank you.
Palandra! Behind you! I have forgotten my greatest gift.
Hear me. Class is now in session.
That's cool.
What is this? What have you done?
Gladiator, please raise your hand if you have a question. To answer, I have used my vast psychic abilities to draw us into the astral plane. Now pay attention. It is time for today's lesson.
You're doing pretty well. Oh, shit.
You had to be the bigger woman. Had to save him, be above it. Now look at you.
Why are you still here?
Forge destroyed you. Always beg to be saved. Submit, and I will save you and let you live your tempting daydream.
This bitch needs to go away. Stop. It's freaking owl, man.
You demon. The Executioner's neutralizer was not the only weapon tamping down my gifts. There was that lie, and I believed it. Be warned. Be smart. Believe the lie. Deny your power. Play dead, or humanity will thunder down upon you and your kind. You all are an echo of who I am.
Is it coming back?
So let them thunder, for I am lightning!
Yo! I love her music. Whoa! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! What? Oh my god! Yo, she looks just like she did in the 80s! Oh! Well, what about Forge? It's nice to have her have her powers back.
What are demons but reflections of our fears and shame? Things we bury within us, hide from loved ones, even as they poison our hearts. Until we finally heal our adversary by embracing it.
She looks beautiful.
Nations refusing to allow mutants displaced by the brutal attack on Genosha to return to their home countries.
Gotta go
this,
home.
as rumors swirl that Genosha is the opening salvo in the long-feared evolutionary war between humans and mutants.
Real power.
My heart.
Who can tell me from where
My
the
heart.
Imperium draws its might?
From the crushed skulls that house
Demerits, raise your hand. The power of your empire is in truth a harvest of stolen worlds. Younger cultures that, had they not been tilled to death, would now be empires rivaling your own, and claim you can help them walk again. But only if they assimilate, submit, which brings us to this conclusion. The Shi'ar Empire is a snake oil racket.
Even you Terrans claim might is right.
The rhyme that sells the lie.
That we must pillage worth from one another. That for me to be more, you must be less. Your existence against mine, because... Why? Says who? Who made up these silly rules?
We
Exactly.
did, beloved. Playing make-believe.
Even if we were to agree, your idealism would confuse our people. They might even call it nonsense.
Want to know a secret? Coexistence is messy. Thus my love for education. For my X-Men. Their heroism teaches a lesson we mustn't forget. That the universe is very old, and all of us very young.
Yes, we are.
Born of ancient...
The hell is going on? What the fuck is this?
No! They were dancing, drinking wine, making love! Oh, my children of the atom, destroyed! No!
Oh my god! What the hell just happened there?
Beloved, what in the stars?
I must return to Earth immediately.
But we've nearly convinced the council.
Gotta
It
go.
doesn't matter. While I cowered in the cosmos, the unthinkable has happened.
Charles, if you leave, you will prove my sister right about your kind.
If that should end our star-crossed affair, so be it. I will not abandon my kind. It is time I return to my X-Men.
Yes, it's long time. Oh. Oh, what? Is that?
I did what you asked. I
Trask.
gave you my DNA to access Master Mold.
Trask?
Kill me, please, for what happened in Genosha.
Don't take all the blame, Oliver.
Sinister?
And don't fret the future. Why, Genosha was merely the beginning of a prologue, now past. You have nothing to fear, so long as you place your faith in Sinister.
I had a feeling. I hate you, man. I freaking... Everybody was saying it was this character named Bastion that's like a half human, half sentinel hybrid or some crap like that. I know nothing about Bastion. I didn't even know he existed until a lot of these breakdowns. But I'm like thinking to myself, if you're going to say that the main villain of this season is Mr. Sinister, why wouldn't it be Mr. Sinister? Yes, I know I said something. I know I said Cassandra Nova because she did that in the comics. But I did some thinking. I didn't mention that at the beginning of the video. Why wouldn't it be Sinister? Why wouldn't it be? You know he's sick enough to do some stuff like that. And when I bet you the reason that he did it is not going to be pleasant. It's going to be sick and twisted. Oh, man, Sinister. I mean, he's the one who did the Genosha thing, little prick. Seriously, he's such a little prick. Ugh. And also, why would Bolivar Trask be guilty about what happened in Genosha? Unless he's saying to himself, yeah, they're going to come after me and they're going to murder me. Which, yeah, fine. Fair point. Because, man, everybody's going to go crazy. If anything, this might have united... That in a better world, this would have united the world with... united or further sympathized the mutants with the general public. But, yeah, seriously, some of the stuff that Xavier was saying there was beautiful. Like, you know, it's very true about the universe and everything, but you know, you gotta love the switch when his children were in trouble. You know, when he found out the X-Men were all in trouble. And boy, that thing with Gambit was awful. That thing was God, man. He's not really dead, I don't think. I don't know. He's dead, yeah. He's dead. It's just frick, man. Oh, and yeah, you notice also, but like, you also notice that Magneto wasn't the one shown there, but and yeah, to be fair, he had a deeper connection with Gambit, but because he's like a father figure to him. But at the end of the day, too, I think that proves that Magneto might still be alive. If anything, they're gonna think he's dead, but he'll probably come back, and then he'll be a villain. If they do that, and then they have just a classic episode where they're trying to stop him, and then it just all gets serious when Magneto rips the adamantium out of Wolverine. That'd be freaking crazy, don't you think? I mean, it'd be Fatal Attraction. To all you comic book fans who know that. I mean, I literally got a comic book on my shirt. I wish I had X-Men, I know, but Spider-Man's the next best choice. Should have switched it, honestly. But yeah, what did you think of this episode? I thought it was fantastic again. We needed a little break, but even still, like some of the stuff that was said in there, and we don't get to explore the Shi'ar Empire like this. I love that we got to explore the politics in the Shi'ar Empire and how much they're like our own. Yeah, I love, by the way, how they're like, how should we trust these simians? I'm like, bitch, you're birds. You literally told me a second ago you hatched out of an egg. But yeah, it's really interesting, the dynamic, and I'm like, why exactly are they racist against them? But again, why are people racist in real life? It like, why does MAGA even exist? It just makes no sense. But let me know what you thought of this episode, because I thought it was great. And yay, yeah, I bet you nobody's complaining that nobody was gay in this, so yay. It's so silly. It's just so silly. I love the episode. This was great. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and please smash that like button if you want. Please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And I'll see y'all in the next episode.